What's up guys, welcome to Wasted Space, and today we're starting off with that new series I mentioned in my previous Space Engineers video. Basically this is going to be speed build in Space Engineers. So 10 minutes, I build the best of the picks from the comments on the previous video, and basically I'm here, I've set up my bars in an empty world in creative, ready to go with this week's challenge, which, thank you to Mac, is going to be a Cuckoo Clock. Somewhat out there, but yeah, quite a nice idea. So we're going to go straight off with that. I have 10 minutes in which to build that, so I just need to set up my timer here. Okay, so 10 minutes flat, Cuckoo Clock. Here we go. So I'm going to start off by building just a sort of base structure to build everything off of, so 4x5 sounds alright. Worry about how it looks colour-wise later, and then we're going to need some big uprights to build the actual clock onto, so what was that, 9. This will be the base of the clock itself, and this will be where the cuckoo comes out on his little movement, whatever you want to call that bit, little trolley tray. And no, I need you one back, thank you very much. There we go. Now I'm going to use, as I've used in my survival world, these blast doors to do this. So fill that out. That is going to be where our cuckoo will come out of. And I'm going to light that up. So the way this series is going to work is people suggest something in the comments for me to build for the following week, and I pick whatever turns or sounds like the best of the comments. And I've actually built this one thing a little bit too wide. I need the stuff in the middle. Go away. So yes, this is where I need to be able to place the rotors for my clock face. So start off with, no, go away, there we go, number 1, and onto this we put our bigger hand, and then number 2 is where we'll put our smaller hour hand. Now of course they are going to counter-rotate against each other a little bit, so the way I'm going to make that actually function is by having the outside rotor running backwards, not quite as quickly as the rotor it's attached to runs forwards. The maths is not going to be perfect, but basically what we're going to get here is something that's going to be a second hand and something that's going to be an hour hand, and the reason there's something that's going to be a minute hand, and the reason it's got to be like that is simply you can't make the rotors spin slowly enough without doing some crazy stacked setup that I don't think I'd ever have time for in the 10 minutes I've got here. Now we're doing 4 times, speaking of which, we have 7 minutes left. Not too bad. Right, I can't get that working quite yet because I need to get things moving, so I'm going to put a sensor there, and that's going to be what activates our cuckoo. So we have a sensor up there, and I need a couple of timer blocks for functions down here. Doesn't really matter where they go, so timer block 1, and apparently that block's missing, so timer block 2 can go there, whatever. So that's my 2 timer blocks. We've got our... oh yes, we've broken our trolley. Where are they? That's what these ones are for. These ones will fit in those side edges when the complete blocks won't. Okay, so piston, light, somewhere for the cookie to come out of. Okay, so we've got all the basics of actually making this function. No time to waste, so let's get down here and start setting things up. So we've got our pair of rotors. This is the big hand, so the big hand we want running at 1 revolution a minute, or as close we can get to it. So that's going to be slightly slow, but anyway. And then this one we want running as a negative, almost as much. So look what we got, 9.7 or 1.5. And this one's got 9.4. that's annoying. Okay, we can do 128 there, and we'll do minus 115. Right, that looks about right. So when we get out here now, the clock should hopefully still be intact and be... Oh yes, we don't have power. No power. Reactor. There we go. Pair of reactors even, so we should have now the clock moving with our second hand and our minute hand. Yeah, that looks good. It's a bit quick, I'll admit, but there we go. So next bit, we need to set up the business downstairs. So, back in here, timer block. First timer block is going to be to turn on the spotlight and to send out the piston, and to start the second timer block. And the second timer block is to reverse the piston, turn the spotlight off again, and make sure that neither block is running, because they are going to be triggered by the sensor. So, and then finally we need the sensor here, no left, no right, no bottom, no top, no back, just the front. We want you to trigger on large ships, because it's on the rotor, it counts as a ship instead. And then you need to activate timer block 1, start. The only thing I haven't done, timer block 1, no delay on you, work 2, that's how quickly it's going to come back in again. Let's have a delay of 4 seconds. Okay, cool, now let's see. How are we doing for time? 3 minutes 53 remaining. I'm going to have to keep building and hope that that functions. I want to fill in that little hole, that's kind of ugly. I need to speed up the piston, yes. Oh, yes! Doesn't matter. Keep going. More fail. I've evidently built that wrong as well. What have I done different? Get out of the way, that's where it begins. As you can tell, I'm not particularly used to doing this creative build style. Come on, time. 2 minutes 52. Right, we need to change the piston settings. Piston velocity fast, please. Right. Okay, that's not going to be quite right, is it? Oh well. An approximation, perhaps. In fact, why is it correct at the top? The car isn't at the bottom, because this is slightly too low down, so let's put those there. And get rid of those ones, and that, and we can have the 30-second marker down there. There we go. And I guess if I was to go and really quickly before the gravity generator, before the timer runs out, put that on the bottom there. My light's working, cool. Oh no, gravity is the wrong way up, isn't it? There you go, I can be the cookie, the cuckoo. There you go, guys. I don't want to start. The one thing I could do to add to this, obviously, is a door for the cuckoo to pop out of. But what I don't want to do is start that and not finish it. I'm happy with that for my 10 minutes. Yeah, a sort of clock. Sort of clock that's been painted wrong. Well, next thing I'm going to do is, given that it hasn't worked out too badly, but it's only sort of cuckoo clock-ish, I'm going to jump back when I've polished it off a little bit. Welcome back, and there we are. The semi-final product, as far as I'm willing to take it. It's... oh, I've missed a block. It's now yellow, as all good cuckoo clocks should be. And yeah, it's got the door that I mentioned, and because of the door I've been able to put the little black spot where it should be at the bottom. And yeah. Only sad thing is I don't actually have a cuckoo that I can put onto that. You'd have to build something on the landing foot, maybe. Yes, I've got a perfect idea, in fact. We need a landing foot and a chair. Perfect. Then, as I wanted, I can be the cuckoo myself. Well, I hope you found that amusing, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember, chuck it in the comments down below. I really want to hear what you guys want me to build next week. Can be anything, can be silly, can be serious, whatever you like. As long as it's feasible in 10 minutes, I'd love to hear it. Hope you approve of what I came up with this week. And if you liked it, hit that like button, really helps me and the channel out. And I will catch you next time.
Just think I'm the one that got away. Nobody wanna give my heart.